Wacha tuongelele story ya Gachagua jana, because that was such a beautiful interview. Some people are speaking against Yvonne Okwara. I have nothing against Yvonne. If anything, she managed to ask the questions that I would have loved Gachagua to answer. Again, it was important for Yvonne to ask Gachagua to explain certain things because the government bloggers and government praise and worship team were against what Gachagua said in America and what Gachagua said before he was impeached, and the narrative that has been pushed that he's a tribalist. One, I have not decided which presidential candidate to support as yet. And therefore, I'm not supporting Gachagua. Gachagua comes from Mount Kenya. I come from Mount Kenya. By default, I just like the guy. Yes, I like him because he's my kinsman. Ukisikia vibaya ndo kajinyonge. That's number one. Kila mtu kuna mahali ametoka. Mimi nimetoka upande wa Mount Kenya. And in America, if you have anything against Gachagua or against me being from Mount Kenya, you need to go to America and see how American presidential candidates look for votes from the whites, from the blacks, and from the Española. From the they classify them with their votes and which candidate they will support. So I wonder why Kenyans want to make politics at national. There is nothing national about politics, my friends. You begin where you are first. You begin by your culture. You begin by where you are born. You begin by where the region you come from. Then you go to the national to ask them for support. And that's how politics works. It works with your region all over the world. Sasa msituletee eti Gachagua ni tribalist. Iyo tunajua mtasema. But Ruto, you come from Kalenjin community. Umejaza Kalenjins kwa serikali. You are a tribalist. So don't involve us in your discussion of tribalism. Because tribalism, or rather being or coming from a certain tribe, is what makes me a Kenyan. That's what makes me a Kenyan. I come from this region, but I form part of a country called Kenya. And if you want to call me a tribalist, it is fine. If you want to call Gachagua tribalist, it is fine. But politics is first and foremost local. It begins from a village and goes to the national. What happens is you must build consensus with other people from other regions. And you can work with anyone from anywhere in this country. Hii narrative ya Ruto alitupushia ya hustler versus the dynasties. It was not the right narrative, but we bought it. He is now selling to us the narrative of tribalism. We will not buy it. Matiang'i is first and foremost a Kisii. And I can elect him as a president. Maraga is a Kisii. I can elect him as a president. Omtata is from Luya. I can elect him as a president. Because he's been elected from where he comes from, he has support base from where he comes from. That does not make them tribalist. It just gives them a launching pad from where they come from. So if you want to discriminate me because of my family, because of my foundation, because of my roots, it's fine. But let's not buy this nonsense from the president that Gachagua is a tribalist. He's a Kenyan to begin with. He must protect the interests of the people where he comes from, first and foremost. And that he proved yesterday by explaining how he understood the government of shares. And it is true. Raila Odinga joined Ruto because he was promised 13, 15 PSS positions and 4 cabinet positions. And that's what happened. So when you want to tell us that Gachagua is tribalist because he signed a contract which said that he will have 40% of the government, then you don't know what you're talking about. And you are the one who is tribalist. Raila, you don't see him as a tribalist because he bargained for ODM. Politics all over the world is about interest. And if you cannot handle it, leave it. Okwara did a fantastic job. Every question she asked was granted. She's a fantastic journalist. She's good. Whether she was representing Royal Media or representing politicians, it doesn't matter. She was asking the right questions and we got the right answers. That my take. Thank you.